It's been a while since we played this game. I'm just gonna get my YouTube fixed so that I could use it over here. Hopefully we'll be working right away. There we go. Seems nice enough. It's been a while. It's one of those hallucinations again? Like, why is he having those reactions? Hello. Okay. I wonder if the sound is okay? Maybe too loud.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons.
Hi, Unplug. How are you doing? Have you had any interesting rubies lately? Can bring both of them. Oh wait, this is retrieval, so I can bring it there and retrieve the package. Wait, that was wrong pick, I guess. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I believe, like, once we have the awareness of how they work and things they do, they pretty much cannot affect us. Hi, Johan, how are you doing? And also, like, when you have the knowledge of their machines, of their techniques, of how they mess with us, it's pretty easy to just, like, okay, yeah, we know, no use anymore. Same as, like, they try to mind wipe you, and once you have knowledge about how they do it, it's pretty much like you cannot do anything. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Had a really productive day. Had lots of sessions, made a few videos. A big one coming out tomorrow. I made like an hour stuff video, so it's pretty good.
Order assigned.
I mean, yeah, they always try. It's like, they had a sort of command, like, mess with people, otherwise we're gonna be killed. A lot of these entities are sort of just obeying the orders, or they're gonna be let out, so... It's the usual thing, but once we have the power, they pretty much cannot mess with us. Or at least that's what I think. Like, for me, those machines out there in the multiverse, they don't really work. Like, you have the experience, like, oh, they tried to mess with me, but that's where that lands as well. Hi, Nikam, how are you doing? I'm coming back to the first zone in this game, because it's like, I'm just trying to get the better connection with other parties, or like colonies here. So, we'll see how that goes. And I can finally, like, use bikes, so that's more fun. The only thing is, like, having the power grid to go faster and all. I think we should probably go there, because they have a bridge, so... probably better, I assume. Let's try it out that way. It's kind of dangerous, but we'll see. I know that, like, you know, when you're out of body and you have all these entities, sometimes they target people, not all the time. Like, they might know that you're out there, but they might necessarily target you. Though a lot of them like doing that. Not like it's their best thing to do, but you know, just eliminating the targets that are sort of like a threat. It's always a good thing for them. But once you know your tricks and you know about your abilities, you're pretty much like can't be harmed. First time, wow, like, where are you from? Like, what's your time zone right now? Because for me, it's like, it's almost like it's midnight, 6 minutes after midnight. So I wonder, like, for others. Let's see if we can get up on that part. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. It's a long road. I think I took the wrong road, we'll see. I just wanted to get on that bridge. Yeah, I pretty much like, in the past it would happen more often. Like I would sense these entities coming and just like, you know, trying to mess with me or just scare me away. Like, in the past it was like really bad. And like, it would scare me, because I didn't know about like how to manage them and stuff. Now, I pretty much reached a place where they don't really come. Unless I leave the house and go to other places, then they hang out around other people. And like a few days ago, like on the 3 days ago, I was visiting my uncle, and I went to his house. Like he invited me like to just check out his new place, check out his kid and stuff. Family time. I spent like 2 hours over there, but like I felt like something's not that good in the house. Like I didn't really like it. I mean, cool, you have a house and stuff, but like it didn't feel sort of comfortable being there, and also like sort of you're not alone with just those people you know about. It's like it's just you're not the only one there. So I felt like more presence over there, and it definitely happens a lot. Uh-oh, not good. I don't think that the bike can... No. Hello. It's having to escape the zone. Okay. That'll be a thing. I believe I took the hermetic grenades, but I'm not sure if I... Yeah, I do. Where is he? Seeing it well. He went up, but I'm not necessarily sure if he's... Oh yeah, he's there. Just waiting for Barrett. Damn. He's just here. Oh my god, that was close. Nope, he's out. I've seen these sort of things out there in my body, out of my experiences, like these flying whales, but like not in the oceans, but in the sky. Sounds like pretty tricky. Oh, damn! I cannot get up. I could escape it instead of fighting it. There's not that much health left. And I don't have grenades. Well, no, wait, no. There's a person over there. We have a blood bag. We have a kid crying. See if we can get it. Alright, one more, I guess. There we go. Bye-bye. Do I eat meat? Rarely. It's a rarely thing. Our kid is suffering. That's not good. That's not his crystals. That's a good thing. I'm reading the chat right now. Okay, seems like we're good. Alright. Get my stuff. The world's falling from the sky is basically all these black things we're seeing. All these fishes, crabs, whales, octopuses, and other things. We are connected to the world of the dead. So in this game, you're playing as a living, and you're basically between like this place is like Earth, and also between the world of the dead. So you're like living and dead at the same time. This is why sometimes you see this like rainfall, and you encounter these bleached things, and basically they're from the world of the dead, and you can interact with them. You can beat them up, and they're gonna be gone. But they're pretty much like, if someone dies in this game, like a real person, then their body stays, and they become one of those things that like are now dead, and you just keep I don't know, like getting more of them and stuff. Looking at a better way to get out from here, because this is not the best road for the bike. Yeah, it's pretty much like our hero is sensing in between worlds. Like, you see me or some other people who have the ability to see those entities and stuff. This is what he can do. He senses them. Some beings out there in this world that we're playing in the Stranding, they can see them, they can control them. Like, depends on the level of their doom, like, and how good they are. This is quite a good bike. Mountain bike, I guess. I just need to get home. There we go, another bike too. I'm gonna keep this one, I should repair it. We're close to home. Just need a safe road back home. That's the thing. I think, like, you know, like being medicated by parents or other people who think, like, you know, you're seeing entities, so you have the ability, but they don't believe you. Like, they haven't done enough research. Now they've heard this, if you're seeing things, you're making it up, or you have schizophrenia. And a lot of them, like, target beings who have abilities to see entities, who have abilities to interact with the other worlds, have ability to get out and shift consciousness. And a lot of people, like, you know, they just don't accept that, and like, hey, you're crazy, you can't do that and stuff. So it gets pretty bad. They can really like mess up people and just, you know, call us crazy when actually, like, you have more abilities to see them and interact with them, and, you know, you can get information. They don't believe you. So it's totally a thing in this world. Right, package sent out.
Back, are you?
Not bad, not bad. I've seen worse.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. Like, what are some other things you're doing lately to help yourself to like get out of that condition? Because I believe like there's a lot we can do to break it. Like whatever medication we've been using in the past and stuff, I think we can still like help ourselves. Because there's times where people like have dementia or like amnesia. They change up their diet and literally restore their memories back. So I believe like if that's possible to just get back all the memories, it's also possible to restore our abilities to get out of body like we used in the past, or seeing entities and just other beings out there. It's a lot of stuff.
Bye, Sam.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal.
Okay, we're gonna go down and let our kiddo rest. We need to restore this stuff. Hi Leonard, how are you doing? It's good to see you here. Doing okay, huh? Okay. Here we go. He needs a shower.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Why are some afterlife worlds lit more than others? I believe it's because of the realms where they are. Like right now, after death, like on physical Earth, the afterlife is still in the middle or sort of like lower vibration. But there are other realities where it's like even lower in all those like frequencies, densities, and it just keeps going like lower on all these realms. So when you die over there, what happens is that like it's even more limited like realm over there. And so you pass away, and like the realm has more rules. Like on Earth, you make agreements when you incarnate here, but other realms might have even more limitations in here. Like some people will even not be able to see; like they can only sense things around them, and it gets pretty bad. Sometimes like it gets like really limited. You cannot get out of body. You cannot like even run fast. Like, have you ever been in realms where you're moving like super slow? You're hardly moving, everything's heavy. That's like low realm. This is like real low realm where like things are like limited. You're being like sort of grabbed and hooked and stuff. It happens to people who like that can happen to everyone, but a lot of people who are like having a lower vibration or being just like you get out of body or go after projection, and these sort of entities will use their technology to sort of beam you, and you think you got out of body, but what happens like they grab you and shove you into another place that will be not that good for you. So that happens from time to time as well. And I guess what we can do is like when we are in those limited worlds, just like focus on yourself. Just like when you go from lucid dream to out of body, you're focusing more on yourself, live your vibrations, and try to just break out, teleport, and get out of there. There we go, Christmas time.
I've got a present for you, Lisa. What could it be? What could it be? Oh, look. It's a beanie.
He probably does.
Oh, what about you, little one? Would you like me to open it? Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here?
There we go.
Gotta give my buddy his present too.
Uh-oh.
Won't be needing this anymore. I'm done fighting. You're all that matters to me now, so I'm gonna stay right here with you. My friend will know what to do with this one. Well, Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Alright. See a better picture of them. So coming back to questions. How to get out of those places? Those places being more limited, like afterlife worlds. For me, if I was to try to get out of those places, like I mentioned previously, you focus just like you shift from lucid dream to outer body, you focus on yourself. Like, you take your time, just stop everything if nothing's bad happening in that world. You focus on yourself, look at your hands, and pay close attention to the details. Look at your hands, your skin, your, like, things around you. You just focus on, try to raise the vibration. Try to, make it much higher, and also put focus. You can create a portal right in front of you and teleport out. You can pretty much use, a doors, imagine the door in front of you and it's gonna take you out. So if you are walking around in that world, you can program yourself. If you're gonna see a specific door, it's gonna take you out there and you're free. So that can be helpful. I'll leave my bike here. There we go. Okay. Another rope. Ladders. Okay.
Looks like a path.
Also, just focusing on a specific place you want to be in. Just like when you teleport out, when you're anywhere, you focus very specifically on place you want to be in, and that can be specific world, specific people, beings, spaceships, anything you focus on. You put your attention on it, focus in, put your intention, and boom, and you shift. So that might be helpful as well. Okay, so we have a river between us. Might go there. How big is the river? It's big enough. Hi, John. It's good to see you here. Metals. We need metals. $203. Sounds pretty good. Okay, so where's our boys? All of them are there. Oh, there we go. They want to play. Coming for ya. Two more. Okay. We can do it. What do you think about astral sex? If you miss it in real and you don't get it in real life, it's fun. It has more senses. It's more just like in Ubi, when you have more senses and everything's more enhanced. Of course, it feels sort of better. You're free from your case. You're free from all that. The pleasure is better. But for me, you can go out of body and have astral project and have sex, or you can go out of body and fight Archons and help humanity and stuff. So for me, I had a sort of experience accidentally. I just traveled and not traveled. I went to sleep. I opened my eyes, and I was well, look, we're having that experience. Okay, so for a moment there, cool, experiencing that. But then, not my thing. I like doing it with specific people much better. What about you, Unplug? Have you had actual sex, and do you enjoy it? What do you like about it? What else do we need? Meal boots versus metals. Yeah, we need metals. How much we can carry? A bit more. More metals, resins, PPC, beverages. Maybe we have like 5-star hotel, I guess. Yeah, we're good. Though I think I saw that like we can leave it. Hi, Eddie. I'm not sure. Like I probably have like 27, 40 hours in. Like where does it write? I'm not sure about the details. Okay, we've played 28 hours. Yeah. So far I like it a lot. Like it's really engaging game. It's kind of hard to believe that I played that much, but it's pretty good. How about you? Have you played this game? I wonder if I missed any of little collectibles. I don't think so, but a few times I found it. It's probably by the table. Probably. Nope. This is... okay. Even our baby like that jump. Yeah, I like it. Like, for me, I've had like sort of a lot of expectations for this game just because I was watching the trailers and looking into Kojima's work, plus knowing like Metal Gear Solid, you can pretty much like know what you're gonna get, or sort of, you know, like expect something more and better than average games. And I'm totally being satisfied 100%, like maybe 120. Just the more, like all Kojima's games, the more you play, the better it gets, and I gotta love it. Weirdest things I've shaped into, being out of body. Let's see. I've been a bit of everything. I was slime and ant and thunder. Like literally, I was like, or lightning, and like there's a cloudy sky, and I'm like, okay, gonna go there, and boom, and like this explosion and thunder goes. Like that was kind of entertaining. Or even rain, just being the rain and like choosing where you're gonna fall and like how you're gonna go through that. Like that was like all those elements is pretty fun when you can just engage and be that, and like you get a like I don't know, more appreciation for it, I believe. Let's see if we can grab the ladder. Like, it's kind of dangerous. Oh, yeah, we can. Cool. Nope. Wrong way. There we go. But that's a great question. Like, if any of you, besides me and Unplug, got out of body or did astral projection, were in dreams or lucid dreams, what are some of the shapes, weird shapes you've been, like, recreating as and had the experience? Because, like, I've had a few times where I was a planet, a galaxy, a whole universe. It's like, you know, on Earth we think the time goes like slow or fast sometimes, but then you look at like, oh, let's just pass like a few quintillion years. It's like that's a lot. Okay, so we need to return the packages. Return the packages out there. Okay. Lavazdado. I hope you enjoy your dinner with family. That was great. Yeah, that greenish white, I know what you're talking about. It's like, I really like that sort of experience because it's probably like, for me, the most relaxing chill out feeling. You're like, you're not affected by anything, you feel like really like nothing and everything at all, and I love it. I sort of had it like when I had this sort of near-death experience, but I really enjoyed it. What did it feel like being a thunder in my Ubi? It felt great. It felt like I did have a body. Like the whole consistency of the clouds, the whole electricity, I could feel it. Like every single thing running through me and out of me. I was like pretty great. Even like, you know, being just the whole consistency of that, like, it feels good. It feels like pretty powerful as well, and it's fun. At least for me. yeah, and like, you know, your whole... The difference between like being here on Earth is in the physical body and being out is your case. Like all of your thoughts, you're like, you might have some negative thoughts, you feel like, sometimes you feel down, sometimes you doubt yourself, sometimes you dwell on your past mistakes, you feel like, oh my god, when I was 5 years old I did this silly thing, and you remember that stuff and you kind of feel embarrassed about it. It never happens when you're out of body. You're just like free of that case, you're free of all of the like bad feelings, bad emotions. It's just not there. It doesn't exist. Like you can like think about it and try to get it, but like negativity out there, doesn't really happen. And I sure like it. Of course, if you want to like really lower realms, like worse than the Earth, you can get that, sure. But like when you're truly out and in the higher realms, this is so enjoyable. Like no case, no fears, no hate, no pain, no negativity. It's just like, you know, really wild and out there, and it's like super good. Feels good. Hi Yuri, it's good to see you. Yeah, I was like, when you mentioned the time off in Wisconsin, I was like thinking like, this is good. Like I can try to sort of try streaming more at that time, or like focus on it more. So that's what I'm doing lately. I could use a bridge, but I'm not sure if I should, so I'm just gonna go down. Okay, just slow and steady. Look at this cool boy. Yeah, a babe like that. Okay, what else do you people write?
Hey there, Parker.
Going into white light?
Right. How'd you get
Maybe
all
a
this?
few times, but it was just like, you know, it wasn't created by other beings that sort of sucks you in and like keeps you close. It was like more of a natural thing, like a teleport shift. So for me, like, you know, just entering and just like moves you through and, you know, space and time, and that's like, you know, like a wormhole or teleport. So that was fun, but like, it wasn't a structure of like archons or any other entity, so it was good experience. What's that? Here we go. That's pretty neat. So a lot of people, like, you know, when we talk about the white light, the one in the physical universe is constructed by the Demiurge, the Archons. So a lot of times when you get sucked in, it's basically a trap. It keeps you like reincarnating, it gets you back on Earth, it takes away your abilities, makes you like gets you more agreements, and it pretty much keeps you limited. This is like another way of just like us reincarnating and getting trapped, and it's not good. But out in the multiverse, it's not just like, you know, oh yeah, the white light is really bad. There are places where white light is okay. Like, it's there, it's not created by any archons or anything, and you don't have to, like, get into it or anything. But, like, you know, it doesn't trap you or anything, so it's good. Oh, I could have actually lifted more weight. Well, whatever. We are friends walking now. Wait, we have more of these robots. No? I guess I can... Well, the bigger package... I could go to a new place, really. With 6 limit. Yeah, I can both. Yeah, am I good at designing realms? And yeah, using AutoCAD, like, I'm glad you're doing it. People who use these softwares, like Photoshop or even like Sony Vegas to mix up their videos and like create this sort of fantasy realms or anything they want. It's a great practice, and I think like more people should do it. It's just like it's a great experience just to try to create, and it's fun going from details and as fast as and any way you want. You can focus every single detail. Like I'm not sure like how to say it, but a sec. I need to load up all the stuff on the bike. But let's go. Pretty much like creating everything from scratch. Like absolutely everything. Like the realm, the elements, the rules, physics, fabrics, what kind of beings, the civilizations, how they think, how they engage with us. All of that. It goes into like lots of details. Wait. I need to pick it up. Don't put it down there. Oh damn. Pick it up. Can we load up more of that? Let's load up more stuff here. I can put metals. I don't need that. So when I got a body and like I create realms, I go in the vast details. I go in what kind of realm I want and what kind of beings, and then like focusing on simple things, or not simple things, but like personality of beings. How do they learn? How do they travel out of body? Like things they want to do and stuff. It's really fun. It's really fun, like seeing them get better and win, and like just like sort of the whole. When you think about Darwin's theory of Earth, like or evolution, really, you pretty much like see how beings get better, how they get wiser, how they learn and stuff. Same thing in multiverse. You can like design every single aspect. Like, okay, these beings are not gonna eat these beings, and then how they act, their personalities, characteristics, looks, everything. So for me, like, I go in details to design. I'm not trying to create perfection. I think like we're far away from that, but it's always a good idea to go for it. It's always a good idea. So I'm glad you're going for it, well, John, because it's good. And like, what are some of your ideas for the realm you want to create? Like, how does it look like, the beings, or just what is in there? Because I think like it's a good idea to have it, and if more people practice it, it's sort of like you can just daydream about it, but you're already creative. Just having a thought like, oh, just imagine, like the sort of fantasy world, dragons, or anything you want to imagine, whatever fits your mind. You can easily manifest just by thinking it. All you have to do is get out of the body and go there. Uh-oh. Isn't all realms one? No. Like, when you do astral projection, you're only in the astral. When you go to body, you can access more realms than just astral. And there are billions, like, not even billions, there's tons of variety, and like, all of this is different, so a lot to discover, a lot to see, and never a limit, really. Like, right now, as you sit, you can, just by thinking, I need to stop right now. I need to stop right now. I just noticed that my bike doesn't have energy, so I need to charge it. But yeah, as I was saying, when you think about like creating the multiverse and stuff, just by thinking you are creating right now. And as you think like you imagine stuff, you're like daydreaming as a kid, like oh, like this fantasy world, and they see like swords and entities and stuff. They're creating it. Kids are living it. Kids are in the theta place of their brain. Their brainwaves like are in theta, so they're being programmed by idols their whole life, but they are living the full life, not adults. Okay, just a sec. I'm gonna go to the mountain to make sure that like we're safe with all the packages and stuff, and then I'll answer more questions. Okay. And now, wait, we're here, so we need to go on that hill. Okay. Almost there. Okay, so coming back to the question Dada's had, let's see. What do I think about the more percentage of the brain use? Is it possible to achieve and what it could do? It's only possible. Like, some people say like humans are only using 10% of the brain, but that's stupid because like we would be more retarded than now, so it's at least 30%. And it happens a lot. When people get the adrenaline rush, like, we get these abilities that we could not think of. With the adrenaline rush, we run faster, we think faster, we make decisions, and better we engage in life where sometimes you probably hear about this like human heroes where a truck or car falls down and their body, like, they never trained, they never had the strong enough body to lift the car, but their loved one is trapped and they're gonna die in a few minutes. And the person has the huge adrenaline rush, he stands up, and with that, he accesses the full strength of his body and he can lift the car easily enough. And I believe a lot of people, everyone is capable of it if we knew how to do it. So it's not about like not having it, everyone has it. It's about like going to activate it and how do you do it all. I need to be more careful with my packages, it's probably fragile. About that. And where am I going? Am I going to the wrong place? I am going to the wrong place. God damn it. Okay, wait. I want to talk more about the sort of our brains and stuff, but I need to go to another place. I was thinking about the bot. Like, damn it. I focused on the wrong stuff. Just a second. Okay, almost there, jeez. Oh shit. Okay. That's a bad idea. At least it... No, it did. Ah, damn it, it fell all the way down. Guess it's just my luck. Oh right, damn it, I left the bike! Okay. What am I doing? Okay, let's take care of baby first. Yeah, coming back to the brain and using it all full percent. I'm not sure if you've heard about Joe Dispenza, for example, but he's teaching people how to tap into that. Like, some people call it, like, you know, inspiration, creativity, the flow, zone. Like, you've seen an anime called Kuroko no Basuke, like Kuroko's basketball, I believe. And in this anime, the characters pretty much get their abilities and they get better with using their skills to the fullest. Yeah, about that. I think I was gonna go down and around, but now we're engaging with BTs. So that's also a bad idea. I'm trying to go, So Joe Dispenza, just talking about a person. He was driving a bicycle, he was in a marathon, and he got hit by a truck, and he broke his spine. Doctors say that, you know, even if they try to do the operation, it's gonna probably fail and he's not gonna end up walking. So he had like super small chances of walking again, and he was like pretty much fucked up for life. What he did, he decided to not do the operation, and he was laying in bed. And for 9 months he was working on his mind, on his, like, you know, thinking, visualization, his thoughts, and how he perceived life. And what happened is he was able to activate and get into the core of his mind and into his brain. And, like, you know, we hear about sort of stem cells, how you can, like, take a little nerve from your nose, for example. And for people who have broken spines, you use that certain, like, nerve from the nose, for example, and you can literally, like, get them walking and doing things again like normal. So we think like, oh my god, it's a godlike thing, we need this, and how do we get it? But the thing is, like, it's already in our body. We just need to know how to use it to the fullest and access it. And Joe Dispenza, while laying in his bed for 9 months, he was thinking, using legit visual skills, and just sort of, in his mind, creating a perfect spine. A spine where he was fully healthy, completely healthy, doing good. He was, like, in that perfection zone. And he was able to manifest it. So what happens next, as if when he takes control of his mind, he starts thinking into negative, and he starts, like, perceiving himself where he's able to walk. So he changes his sort of past and beliefs, and he, like, taps into the sort of knowledge that God-like, that we all are. And what happens next is he stands up. He starts walking. And then he practices and he gets back to running and jogging and getting back on marathons. And now you can Google him up and you can find Joe Dispenza, and he's literally teaching people, like in his seminars, how to adjust their brainwaves, how to change up their skills in life and, like, thinking and stuff. And what happens, people who come to the seminar with tumor, who are deaf, who cannot see perfectly, who have, like, who have disabilities, who cannot stand up from the wheel for 25 years, in a week or 2 days, they stand up, they cure their tumor, it's gone, they get back their hearing. And we think, like, how is this possible? Like, it's some sort of, like, what the hell is he doing? Like, is he a charlatan? What the hell? But he teaches people how to change their brainwaves and how to perceive the future in the now, where they have the perfect life. So you go that up, and you can find how all of us can create that. It's like working in the quantum field. If you know the quantum physics, your thoughts is like energy, and your emotion is like magnetic field. So electromagnetic field is created by your thoughts and energy and emotions at the same time. With that, if we're able to think in the positive with the right emotion, like, oh yeah, I'm super confident, I'm really good at talking, I'm really good at, like, making videos, and, like, I can sound cocky, but I'm creating myself, my future self right now. And if I'm able to stay in that zone and manifest it and work on it, next thing you know, I shifted my reality to where I am doing much better. And I believe that we can tap into 100% and even more, which is when people call the flow in the zone. We can totally do that, but we need to train it and like get conscious of what we're doing, how we're thinking, how we're feeling, and much more. So that being said, I would like David Goggins, and he's like an amazing person. But also like look up Joe Dispenza, for example. Joe Dispenza, Wim Hof, again, like a guy just breathing, but he can like swim in the Arctic for like 40 minutes with shorts. Like people can't hardly do that, and he's breaking record after record. So for me, like it's pretty admirable, and I think like a lot of us can do that if we are practicing. So hopefully that's a good answer for you. I'm looking at the facilities and what we have right now and where should we go, because we want to have like 5-star connections. We need like more connections here. One more star here. What else? Where's the base? There's 5 stars here. 4 stars here. Okay. So, how old am I? I'm 22. What about you? Like, I wonder, like, what's the age of my audience? Because it's, like, interesting who's watching me. Like, I've seen, like, even some people who are over 60 watches me. And, by the way, how's the quality of the video? Is it really bad or is it okay? Because right now I looked at the screen and it's like, it's terrible. Oh my. I'm 19. Okay, this is good enough. Yeah, like how's the quality of the video? For me it seems like, really, really bad. I wonder if everyone else... Video's great. Okay, yeah. Probably just on my end. So I'm not gonna bother with that. Yeah, unplug. The physical world is just another limited reality, but worse. It's pretty much like, we have a few Earth copies, if you could believe in that. And, for example, this is just the fake. Like, imagine the real Earth. Everything's similar, animals and nature and stuff, like cities, everything, all of that exists, but, like, it's in one of those higher realms where entities are not there, where we're in control and we have all the powers. So Where do we go? We need to get a better relationship with that part, so I'm just gonna go bring a package there.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
Okay, so you see me go from like back into the same place. I'm just like trying to get the better connection with those people, like getting the hearts and stuff, so that we would have better knots in the world. You can like perceive it as having a really good friend, and someone a good friend, and then the best friend forever, and all this stuff. So we're just like trying to get better with those. We're gonna charge up our bike, and I will read more questions. Okay. So Nickam is asking, do lower beings lack imagination, and can they not imagine anything at all? The thing is, yeah, entities, they don't have imagination. Entities and beings out there, they don't have imagination, they cannot create. They just don't have that. Whilst this is our power. For beings like us, the consciousness, we can imagine, we can think out things, we can create. And this is why they pretty much cannot win. They have the, they had, in the multiverse, they had billions of years to have their tech ready. Like right now on Earth we're talking about cloning, nuclear power plants, all the reactors and all the technologies, VR and stuff. But imagine, okay, we have VR. VR sounds cool, oh yeah, we can now see through glasses and sort of experience like the first person, pretty neat. Now put the VR a few billion years ahead. They have a machine where they add things on your body, or you sit down and then you connect a nerve. And you get a human body, and you're able to feel pain, you're able to feel emotions, and live for 100 years and have a great life. And once you're done, your body dies, and you're like, okay, I'm done with my VR machine, and you tune out. It's just freaking easy for those entities. For them to pull something like that, it's easy as can be. And I'm gonna leave my bike here. I believe it's gonna be probably faster and more efficient just if I just get back and grab it here. If I'm gonna engage with any BTs. So that's what we are. Entities, beings out there, like reptilians, greys, other, aliens and all this stuff, they had millions of years to up their tech. We hear about, cloning and, all these bodies and, computers and stuff. Just imagine that being a few million years ahead of us, and how powerful that can be. That's easy. And they can pretty much, how can they do that? How can they affect our dreams? How can they mess with us so much? Well, easy. Just think about their technology. So they cannot create, they cannot imagine, they don't have that. But they have their tools, they have their time, and they go harvest the materials, they go, build stuff, and they take their time. And, dominating a planet to harvest all the materials so that they could take things out and just, create something of their own, build a machine, build a spaceship, build a base. This is fine for them. Okay, let's go forward. I'm looking at the chat right now, so I'm all over the place. I've got to scroll the chat with my fingers and I don't fall.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected.
What else do we have here?
Be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Delivering cargo.
Always good to see you, Sam. God damn, you were fast.
What do you think of Half-Life Alyx? To be honest, I haven't watched it. Like, I've seen that they have trailers and stuff, they have announced it, but you know, it's all these years waiting for Half-Life 3, and then you get like, they're never gonna launch it, then you're done with it, and then they present like, hey, look, VR game. Like, cool, I have the Stranding, this is better. But I might check it out. Like, have you seen the trailer, and what do you think of the game? Like, do you want to try it? What do you like about it? I'm interested in that. Like, you know, like, what do people like about it, and if it's worth getting in and trying it now.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
That's a lot of packages. Well, there's only like 4 or 5. Okay. Let's see. There's a lot of packages we can deliver over there. A lot of... Wait, this one gets more like than this one. That's a lot. Probably can take bigger one than a few smaller ones. This one... We'll see if we can carry all that. I doubt it, but we'll see. Okay, how do they create without imagination? Imagine, you know, like a being can come over next to you, like, you know, come up to you. And this is why a lot of people get abducted, especially, like, you know, when you go out of body, or you dream, and your astral body gets abducted. And you feel that you wake up like, oh, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling so exhausted, I feel like, you know, I haven't slept and stuff. And people wake up so, like, feeling weird, without having any idea that they were abducted, like, their astral body was abducted. So that being the thing, you know, you have your creativity, you have everything, and next thing you know, during the night, while you were not aware, your body was abducted. Astral body, not the physical. Well, physical can happen as well, but it happens for like different reasons. But like most likely, the astral body will get abducted, and they connect things to you. They, you know, do the autopsies. They, like, you know, inject things to you, or they can connect like their electricity, like their wires. You see, like the headset comes on, and they tap into all of your ideas, all your memories, all of your thoughts, your feeling states. And it's easy for them. Another thing that's easy as can be, it's like entities. If you heard of body phaetons, these entities that like are thought forms, they stick to people, and you cannot see them. You can if you have the abilities and stuff like that, but like with a naked eye for normal people, it's not the most convenient thing. So you feel like, you know, hey, these thoughts, where are they coming from? And you have the negativity coming up and all these energies and stuff. But the thing is, they're like spies. They're like nanotech bacteria in your body, scanning you 24/7. Everything you see, everything you say, everything you hear, you feel, all of your emotions, thoughts, everything is being scanned 24/7. And they know what you think. They know what you're going. They know who you like, who you don't like. They know, oh yeah, he doesn't like that person. Oh yeah, he loves that person. Well, he doesn't like it, so it's not gonna be a thing. But the person he loves, the person she likes so much, let's cause like an argument between them. Like, let's mess them up. And so you have a great relationship, and usually it's called like alien love bite. And what they do is like they mess relationship up. You have a normal person, you have your mom, and you know she's in a great mood sometimes. Sometimes simple things happen, like, you know, you don't take out the trash, and she's like, you know, oh yeah, it's okay, honey, no worries. But next day, your mom is like, you know, overreactive, and she like gets really pissed off at you. She yells at you. She's like is not satisfied. It's not her reacting that way. She is not reacting that way. But the entities that are attached to people, they enhance the emotion, enhance the feeling state, and next thing you know, the person you love so much is sort of being taken advantage of, and these entities, they're sort of like take control, not to mess with them, but to use that person to mess with you. So having those entities, having those abilities, they're monitoring us 24/7, the whole humanity. All the animals on Earth, which is like, you know, meat eaters and stuff, they get more of that. But for example, you get monitored, you get all that, and how do you feel? How do you deal with that? Like that's a thing, to be aware of it, and like having the knowledge, they can literally collect all everything in the database, and this is how they get all the blueprints and stuff. But then again, humans are fucking retarded compared to them. If we have the IQ of 200 and we feel proud as can be, they have IQ of over 9,000. And, you know, we are nothing compared to them in IQ-wise. Because like they've lived longer, they've designed the bodies, they like work with DNA and stuff. They have much more experience than we do. But we have creativity and imagination, which makes it easy for us to go out and mess them up, take out their bases in just a thought form. They, on the other hand, they have to use the physical power force and stuff like that, so that's a lot. That's a lot to, you know, like, expand on and stuff, but like, it's a whole variety. And I need to focus on driving, and then I'll look at more questions people wrote. Now that's weird as fuck. I'm like sitting here playing the game, and my door, I'm alone at home, and my door's like goes slamming, and I'm like, what the hell? Who's that? Well, if someone comes and kills me, you'll know where I'm gone. I bet like they don't like me talking about them, so just saying.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges IEs. Decontaminating suit. Footwear condition poor. Replacement position.
There we go. Okay, delivery's made. I'm scrolling back up to see what other people wrote.
Back, are you? Delivery's in damn fine shape.
Yeah, Reapers, like unplugged Reapers are nothing compared to what they have. Because, like, you know, humans, when we make these games and we're like writing books and stories and stuff, we're like, oh, we're fancying it up, like this great story, and we think we created something nice. And we can meet those beings and, like, you know, AI and that stuff, sort of stuff in out-of-body experiences in the multiverse. And we feel like, no, they're so amazing. But then it's just a small level of what it truly is. And boy, can they advance. What do you think about global warming? Phew. Okay, I really like Dan Peña's thoughts on it. It's like basically a lot of billionaires in the world are investing on building these hotels near the beach. So if the sea level would be rising, the banks that give the loan to build the project, like, you know, this huge thing, like, you know, they would lose lots of money if all of a sudden the sea level rises and you know, the whole thing it's fucked. No one's gonna go there. So the bank would never do that. The bank would know up front. They always look ahead, like, oh look, you know, we have this sort of electricity here, we have this sort of like system going on that way, and they're always looking for advantage. Bank will never work in a way where they can lose money. And everything you do with bank, they're gonna like profit from you as much as they can. And keeping that in mind, if the climate change is not happening, or like if climate change is happening, a lot of people are saying that, why would the bank loan all those millions to build, like, you know, huge houses and huge, like, you know, hotels near the beach? They would be at a loss, so they should not. And you know, it's like you take that in mind, and like they can sure fuck it up. Especially like nowadays, we look at the Greta Thunberg and all these like events happening. They're pitching like how bad it is and like how we're corrupting it. But let's keep in mind, like, you know, they're saying like humans cause like all the pollution, but then we look at ourselves. We are the meat eaters, and animals, like all these cows we're growing from meat, they're using they're creating more of those CO2 than all the cars and humans combined. So keeping that in mind, if people would stop eating meat, we would not have that happening. But keeping that aside, Dairo, if you've heard, we have the writer and author in Lithuania called Algimantas Čekotis, but also like a lot of people and whole science. If you take the graphs, the world has cycles. Right now we're in the warmer cycle, and it's moving into the colder. So right now, like, you know, oh look, our winter is not coming. Like, you know, in Lithuania, by now we should have snow. By now it should be much colder, but it's a bit warmer. But it changes naturally. We have cycles, and you look at the graphs of the world like 60 years ago, and it was super freaking cold. It was super freaking cold. and they had even harder times. Like, you know, you look at the 60s, 50s, 70s, and like, okay, the war, like Earth is like super like warm. We like made records and stuff, and even now, like it's so bad. But you look before that, like 1930s, 1920s, 1910s, it was so freaking hot. Like I don't know, by 4 degrees hotter than now. How? Like, why did global warming not happen then? I don't know. So, I believe it's all bullshit. It's just like, you know, okay, we have the sort of global warming, let's create new laws, let's make more laws, like, okay, let's, you know, now you have to pay for your car, now you're gonna have to do this and that, and they create tons of things. I think I killed him. I hope I didn't. But, basically, the governments use this to sort of mess with people and just create new laws and, like, you know, system to make more money from people, to profit from you, to create more taxes and things to limit people. And now we have to pay for driving cars when we should be paying more for growing animals, for cattle and stuff. No one's talking about that. It's okay to eat meat because it's fine, we need money from that. But all the oil and stuff, like, no one's doing a thing about it. So, I believe it's all a hoax. I believe, like, you know, the government and the elite is like sort of all rich people are pushing it just for their own agenda, just to sort of mess with people, and it's like, it's all bullshit. You just need more laws and stuff to control people, and that's the best way, that's the best shot at this. And, you know, what you do is like, you live your life, don't give a fuck about that, just do your thing. Because you're pretty much just trying to mess us up. But again, like, hey, this is just my subjective opinion. You have all the rights to think of whatever you want. I think, like, it's so, Earth has cycles. Earth has cycles, and it's gonna be happening 100 years from now and 200 years from now, same thing. It's gonna get cold, it's gonna get warm, it's gonna get cold, it's gonna get warm, and nothing's gonna happen. And, you know, people are gonna talk about it, people are gonna, like, have Greta Thunberg, like, do stuff, and, you know, it's like, funny how all these people don't get the voice, but they're using Greta, like, you know, you take a Greta, right now what sells is hot emotions. If you get your tears and you're like, oh, like, you know, they're ruining my childhood, like, they took away everything. Bitch, please. That was happening 100 years ago from now. No one complained. People were working like coal mines, like, not having anything to eat, and now you're crying about, like, not being able to play in the garden because someone to say something? It's like, Jesus, calm the fuck down. So they're using kids, giving them attacks and telling them to sell shit. But if you, like, even, like, turn on Greta Thunberg's interview, like, in the place, they're like, okay, Greta, like, you know, talk about your opinion, like, why is it important to you, like, you know, and all of a sudden, she had the script for years and years and years, like, lately, she had the script for everything, about how bad it is, and next thing you know, when she needs to answer a personal question, she's like, I cannot talk on behalf of everyone. Well, what are you doing all this time then? Like, you know, why the fuck are you pushing this sort of thing, trying to cry about it, and then you say completely opposite, denying everything that you've been working at for, like, so long? Like, it's just messed up. So, if you listen to the kid alone, without her script, without something specific to say that someone else wrote, she has nothing to say. She's completely without her own opinion. And she's just saying whatever someone else wrote, so that she was like, you know, well, yeah, like, you know, daddy said, the government say they paid, so I'll do that. They're using kids, like, it's too easy to just brainwash them and get done with that. I get fired up about these questions, so hopefully, like, you know, share your thoughts on this, because, like, I like talking about it, share my opinion, but at the same time, I'm not saying that I know it all and stuff, it's just my subjective opinion. I can agree with you, Don. Like, you know, a lot of video games have too much violence. And this one, what I like about this game is that there's not that much. There's not that much in this game. Like, you know, only, like, you know, when these mules try to attack you, but, like, you're not killing stuff. Well, I did hit a person when I was riding the bike, but it's not, like, constantly just shooting everyone and killing, like, mindlessly. But still, like, you have a point. Like, nowadays, they're just trying to make video games where you just, like, kill everyone without thinking about it. Think, like, oh yeah, it's okay to kill people. Like, that's fine. Okay. Tons of packages. Like, let's see how our stuff is doing. Maybe we need to rest. I guess I could, like, let him rest and answer more questions and just talk to you and then leave out and go for a ride again. I'm actually having fun engaging with you, so like I appreciate you being here watching the video and like talking to me. Yeah, I remember like, you know, let's take, I don't know, 17 years from now, like 17 years back, I remember much more snow and it being colder. But then again, it's like the cycle, because like Lithuania had times where like everything, like, you know, we had the whole cathedral flood and water, like, and we had like this, that was terrible. But like 100 years back, it was like really cold, and now it's like warmer, and then it gets cold again, and then it gets warmer, so it shifts, like, it's all a cycle.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Yeah, I believe like, you know, our kids or grandkids will totally like, you know, take a few years from now and they will totally see the sort of super cold winters again. Takes time. Or, you know, like us maybe from 10 years from now. Wait, do I have more orders? Did I? Oh no, it's like put out. Okay. Auto delivery. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. I was trying to get some music on. Okay, what do Archons look like? They keep shape-shifting. They can shapeshift and take any kind of form, like be reptilian and other beings, like, you know, the higher ones are like, you know, draconians, like maybe 20 foot, like all whitish, like white draconian reptilian looking thing. A lot of them, like, you know, are just AI, and they can shapeshift into humans and into entities. So it's like, you cannot really tell by the looks, but by the feeling. When you get close to them, it shifts. It gets like really cold, and you sort of feel like this immense fear and darkness coming up, and like it's just like, it's pure evil. Like, if you have ever encountered any of that, like it's not that much like of being afraid of them, but when they come close, when you get into the close combat, or like, you know, get close to them, the pure evil, I can totally tell when that thing comes up. Why don't they have imagination, and did they lose it? I feel like, you know, there's a lot of theories on why, and I cannot tell you exactly why, because like, you know, all of these possibilities of like, let's in this timeline this happened, in that timeline this happened, but it's happening simultaneously, and you know, wherever we are is going to be a different story. But at the same time, like, you know, in the 4D they have less control. In the 4D we have the bigger galactic war going on, which is where, like, you know, where the big stuff is happening. And for them, like, you know, it's engaging. They have all these like fights and stuff, and like we're like engaged with them, but they're losing, and they don't like losing. So what happens is that they work to use a 3D as a lower realm and make it look attractive. Like, hey, let's go here, let's play in that realm. It's gonna be different rules. Let's see if you're gonna like it. What happens? We come here to the 3D, the physical universe, and we get trapped. We lose our abilities. We get on Earth, and you know, this is pretty much like a trap. So they like over here. They have more power because of our allowance, because of us being like, you know, not that smart enough, of them letting us trap us and all. But like, there's lots of takes on it. Like, some of them, like, you know, like, they're just like another part of us. Like, we were the ones that created them in the first place, and being a bad copy doesn't have the perfection. And maybe that's good for us, because if they would have creativity, we would be fucked. How do you block them so that they can monitor you 24/7? Removing them from your space, and also think, like, you know, just like breaking free by who you are. Like, as a being, you raise your vibration so high that they cannot get close to you, and at the same time getting out of here. Just get out from Earth and you can be free of them. Right now I'm just like reading the comments. Speaking of global warming, there was this kid from Denmark, I believe, or Sweden. I'm not sure where from exactly, but from Europe at least. And this kid like sort of created this sort of floating tanks who would like cover from 1 to 4 kilometers, apparently 1 kilometer, so that would be like 2 miles of like ground in the ocean. And these floating tanks, they go from like one space and then they gather up and like make a sort of circle, and they like sort of gather up all the plastic and all the pollution in the oceans, and it's like cleaning up the oceans. And right now they have cleaned up a few tons of litter, which is like really great. So we think about all these bad things happening, but no one's talking about the good stuff. No one's talking about Tesla and like all the electric motors and then like engines and stuff. We're having some press technology like water engines. It's been a thing, but people talk about it, and like for those who, the person who created the water engine that worked perfectly got killed. Like, oh look, what a coincidence, he died when he published his work. Totally a heart attack. Common thing. Target. Like that's the same as saying like Epstein like killed himself after like getting to the jail after all the pedophilia coming up and stuff. But we get like all the good technology suppressed. Like you hear about Nikola Tesla, and after his death, or like the governments come up and take all of his blueprints, and we don't hear about it. The government has it, the army has it, military and stuff. Cool, they have all the stuff. We don't hear about it, none of it. So that's pretty fucked up. But hopefully, like if we're able to shift from what we have right now, let's say graphene, taking graphene and like using lithium, like we have lithium batteries and we have our batteries as well, but like we can use weed batteries, which are way better. Weed batteries. Have you heard about that? You can make weed battery, and they're much better and stuff. And then another fact. The Edison, the light bulb, the very first light bulb that they created, and it was Nikola Tesla, but Edison stole it and stuff. The first light bulb still has energy and like it still works. So we have to buy all these like light bulbs for our houses and like hey, yeah, we have to spend money because like it doesn't work. No, they're suppressing the first technology that came out and was perfect. And now we have all this like sort of tax that even like causes headache for us. So they're suppressing it for a reason. There's a very good reason they're doing that. Yeah, the positive mindset beats entities and gets them away, totally. Entities hate when people are doing positive. Sometimes what happens is this sort of paradigm crash. You're doing good in life, you're doing great, you're positive, you're like winning in life, and next thing you know, boom, and you're in depression, and everything fails, and nothing's working, and it's just like, rock sucks, I cannot take it anymore, boom, like it crashes you. But all you have to do is like balance it out, and just stand up again and go up. But if you keep going higher and like working on yourself and keep the like positive minds and just keep work on yourself, getting better and stuff, they pretty much don't mess with people like that. Like you look at Gary Vee, for example. I don't think he has any entities, like maybe a few or so, but like he's so good on his goals and what he's doing is that I think it's great. Okay. Carboncraft, I respect that. I respect that you are critic of my teachings and stuff, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, I share my beliefs and I share my thoughts and the way I understand the world, but it doesn't mean it's correct and it's the only way to live by and stuff. So, I respect people for looking what is true and right for them, the way they perceive life, whatever works for them. I would much rather you would question me and you would find whatever works for you. For me, it's like, I'm amazed that someone would want to even to listen to me, that someone's interested, like, I would have never thought that I can go on YouTube or Twitch or something else and, like, people will listen. I would never thought it's going to be possible. But I'm doing it because someone wanted to hear me. And I'm happy to talk about whatever they're interested in. I'm going to talk. I share my experience and things I see. Like, for example, I had Newbie and I shared it, and, like, people, like, I shared about, like, these machines that, like, sort of take away your lucidity and stuff. And like there was this lady like calling me delusional and lying to people, and I'm like, well, I had a newbie, I shared what I've seen. Now from her perspective I'm lying to everyone, trying to deceive people. Okay, sure. Would it be better if I like had a newbie about a butterfly and like things are better. Like so, like I'm fine with finding my own truth in whatever works for me, and I'm just doing my own thing, minding my own business. I talk about what I'm interested in, and that's where it ends. Like I don't have any sort of for myself. I don't think that I have any agenda. Others might see it differently, but I'm totally fine with people not agreeing with me, seeing things differently. And I know like some of my viewers, like cool, yeah, this is a good theory, but I don't think it's true. I'm fine with that. Like as long as you know what works for you, I'm good. And what I want most is that people would do good in life, that they would win, that they would like not suffer in this world, and that's the most part for me. If I can do something to help them out and just talk about entities and stuff, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna have fun with it. Other than that, like I'm just a consciousness in a human body trying to have a sort of experience and just try to go through this life in some way without fucking it up too much. Yeah, okay, so you was asking, I haven't seen you talk about the electromagnetic grid, and do you believe that going above the grid to the real universe will free our souls better than staying in the actual construction? Yes, I would say yeah. Just because the higher you go, the farther you can get away from the third density and the fourth, the fifth, and like as far away from this matrix construction, the better. And the escape is quite a thing. So I'm glad people are looking into it, and it's totally a thing to do. Just get out of here. Which is like I like getting out of body because I just like get out and like go far away from here on different kind of missions and things to do. But people do astral projection and they think like it's the same as Ubi, but at the same time they still end up in a bit lower realms in Ubi. So same thing. Hi Max, it's good seeing you here. I haven't watched Rick and Morty. I hear a lot of people talk about it and they like this, but I haven't seen the show myself. Not yet, at least. Maybe in the future sometime. I'm scrolling up the chat to see what other people wrote. Okay, focusing on what is wrong to make people take action? Yeah, partly. I think like we need to have a limit of how much focus we put on negative stuff, because living the whole life in the negative, you're seeing everything that's wrong. And sure, it's good to expose it. It's really good to expose it and tell everyone about what's going on. But there has to be a limit to where you can feel safe, and where you know that when people hear about it, they don't have this sort of mass confusion and fear. Because a lot of times when people are looking into like what's going on in the world, they're like, the things are so bad, like climate change and different things, and like whatever they hear, whatever they learn in their life, they think like it's fucked up, and things are not going to get better, and they're suffering. Was that a bird? Hello. Okay, so I feel like there has to be sort of a limit. It's still good to share what's going on. It's still good to like be aware of it, but not let it affect your emotions and like life in a bad way. Because for some it can get too overwhelming, and they will not have the sort of rule or limit, and it goes bad. And like I know people who committed suicide because they thought it's too bad. I know people who the government's controlling us, they're being monitored all the time, we have entities and stuff. They couldn't handle this world, they committed suicide, they reincarnated again, not having enough awareness, and they're continuing their life without any memories. But I was able to follow the being and track it back, oh, it's you reincarnated. So apparently, not all people are aware, and a lot of them get confused and overwhelmed, and they cannot take it. So there has to be a limit to what we show. And I believe we also need to show some of the good stuff as well. It's okay to know about all the bad stuff, but we need to see the good stuff as well. And just hey, the world's not that bad. There's also some good sides to it. Not everything's bright and good, but You know, it depends on what you focus on. Is like, and what you focus on is what you get. Like you can, people find what you look for. It's always a thing. Oh, shit! Nope. No. Do I have a metal grenade? Not good. He's trying to get away from the zone. Hopefully we won't encounter them as much. Oop, I was wrong. Okay. Got show it. I'm just gonna deliver the package. There's 2 of these. Oh, okay, no. I was wrong. Okay, what do you people write? I'm scrolling to the chat and all the messages. Okay, and we have to be over there. So I'm just gonna get my You chill with the baby because he had some stress. Shake him or something. Feels like he's getting happier. Almost done. Oh, start answering questions in a few. Okay, good enough. Fine. So we need to get on that hill and we'll be good. Okay, so I told you before about the beings I create, and you had a question. Do they incarnate here with me on Earth, or do I keep them safe, like from incarnating here? Personally, the beings I create out in the multiverse, I make a rule, like sort of, they can find a smart momentum, or like book about like avoid the Earth or the 3D, and don't come here at all costs because. And I give them all the reasons. I explain them what's gonna happen and what they can expect. But it's their own decision if they want to come over there and like come over here. So you know, they are free beings. They do whatever they want, and if they want to experience Earth, they can come. But I recommend them not to do that for their own safety. I don't think they should come here and like start suffering because like they're definitely gonna be like mind wiped, and they won't have them memory. They're gonna get like their abilities limited. And just like most humans, like, they're gonna be trapped, so they're gonna end up like reincarnating or just like wishing they wouldn't have done that. This gets pretty hard sometimes. So for me, like, I can create like a whole realm and all civilizations and stuff, and I'll like let them advance and like I give them powers to create like they can bring up all the blocks. They can like sort of manifest things themselves. You see them out, and you can take out the block. You can make a different shape if you want. So it's all for them to create anything they want, and like I'm fine with that. Like whatever they want to create is good. But I don't like tell them to come over and check out Earth or anything. It's like whatever they want to do in the multiverse, they have the ability to get out of the body freely whenever they want, and that's good. So like they can go out and look through the multiverse and explore and find different civilizations, find different like sort of technologies, and just like, oh, this is cool. We're gonna use the blueprints to make that in their own realm, and they have all the freedom. If they choose to come here, which is not recommended by me, it's their own decision. And I have sort of these guard beings I've made, like we can call them sentinels or whatever, but they're just like watching after and making sure that like even if they come close, they should get a warning and just a reminder, like hey, before you do this, look it up. We have a thing going on. So technically they should not get that encounter, but I hope they don't come here. I don't want to get them here. Good night, Dido. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, like I want to do like free beings with their own like free will and whatever they want to do in life, whatever kind of life they want. Just need to get through the zone safely. I feel like it's great if they can explore and find what's right for them. They're free beings who find things they like themselves, their own interests and stuff, and it's their own choice. Like like for a lot of humans who came here on Earth, it was our choice in the beginning. Was it right or wrong? It's up to us. But it can be a thing. I'm out of breath. Oops. They're kind of close. They're so close. Yeah, going back and putting yourself to your senses, it sounds like a thing. A lot of times, like, there are different scenarios why people come here. Some of us think like it's a great idea, it's our school, a great opportunity to learn something, but a lot of times it's just a delusion or something we heard and that was like a deception and stuff. Sometimes beings get captured, their like souls get frozen and thrown into one, and then they explode, and then like Archons do tons of things to people. Like there are tons of ways they can capture us, mess with us. Just because like I'm talking about like why we are so powerful, and then they can mess with us and all that. Why is that? So the thing is like, it's like taking a candy from a kid. Like, our focus is usually something on like, oh, it's fun, like we're gonna do something great, blah blah blah. And we focus on the fun part without being really aware of what's around us, what's going on, and then we get messed up. Yeah, pretty much the same scenario for me. I came over here because some beings called for help, and I'm gonna do that, and then next thing you know, I'm birth bumped. I get, the wrong family, get the wrong life, limited abilities and stuff. I'm still pretty good compared to most people, but it will be much more fun being out there. By the way, there was this person, Carboncraft. If you're still watching, you've mentioned like me giving more credit to the getting out of body phenomena rather than like stuff. I wonder, like, what's your perception, like, from your eyes, what do you think I should talk about more? Is it like, do I focus more on, self-help or like life and stuff? Because like right now, I'm talking about Ubies because so many people want me to talk about it and they have interest. And I have the ability to get out, so why not? Like, I can talk about it. But from your perspective, I give too much credit to the phenomenon of getting out of body and how good it is out there. How do you see it? And what would be better in your eyes if I changed that, talked about, focused on, if I sort of discovered, like, sure, different sides of getting out of body, like, hey, it's not all that good, it's not just, like, the best thing to do and stuff. It's just, like, one of the things I do a lot, and it's fun for me, but I understand people, like, either not having the ability, or just thinking, like, it's not the only thing to do, and, like, I'm totally okay with that, and, share your thoughts, like, what can I do to make it better, change it up for you or stuff. Because I can share all kinds of experiences. It's not all like, roses and stuff. It's not 100% fun and all. They have some pretty bad experiences as well. So, just saying. Which family I was supposed to be born into? No. I never met them. Like, it was like deleted. Like, I'll have to check my Akashic records. I haven't really thought about that, but like now as I'm talking to you, I could totally find the people I was supposed to be with if I checked my Akashic records. That might be a thing. So I just need to get out of here fast and we'll be good. I didn't take any deliveries. Oh my god. Darn it. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take packages. Like, I haven't taken anything, and that's silly. How did I find out I was burped? Just all the signs to it. You're not supposed to be born into the sort of destructive family. And for me, it wasn't all that bad, but my whole life I was suppressed, misunderstood, left alone, abandoned, like tons of things. Probably not satisfied inside myself. And I'm looking for, like, different things to help me out. So I think like that's playing a big part. I wonder if like I'm not going to be able to carry that much. I'm just going to take that. But like, you know, the details, like, you know, being suppressed and like how I'm being treated, and people around me, they're not raising me in the right way it should be. I'm trying to be a decent human being, and my family, you know, they're pretty nice, but at the same time, it's pretty messed up. There's a lot of signs that, you know, like they just don't fit.
Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set. Keep on keeping up.
Yeah, cruel, evil. You know, when did your family try to rape you and stuff? I'm not saying like you know, my parents and stuff, but like cousins, and you know, like all the close people, they're like, you know, really weird in sort of ways. So going through that, like, it's not pleasant, and I don't think like a normal being would like, this is not family for me, I'm gonna get raped. Woo! This is no right being in their own mind to think about that. So. I'm trying to hold the air so that I can get away from them. Someone left a package. Oh shit, it's so close. I'm just gonna go around, I guess. Okay, almost. Just a little bit more and we'll be out. Yeah, as I'm talking, Carbon Grad, you mentioned that, you know, sometimes I give too much credit to out-of-body experience. So, I'm interested, like, you know, your point of view, what would you rather I would concentrate on, and, you know, what would be the focus, what would be the right way to engage, what would seem more natural to you? Oh shit, the baby's like really bad. I need to go back. Okay, gotta get that done. But I'm just interested, like, you know, what would seem more natural, because, like, I'm always looking for ways to get better, and I'm talking about movies just because, like, so many people are interested in, but at the same time, like, if it seems like I'm always just talking about that, and there's nothing else I mention, or for example, I give too much credit to that, like, what in your eyes would be better? Because I can totally focus on different subjects, tell different sides. I focus, like, on all the fun stuff we could do, and, like, how good it is, and our powers. But there are tons of times where people can get limited when they get out, and all that. So, like, I'm interested in, like, again, your point of view, what needs to be done from your perspective, or say, or focused on, and, you know, we'll see if I can do that. I'm also looking for ways to get better, so I'm gonna scroll up again, find the questions, and go from there. We're just gonna head back to the base, deliver the packages, and I'm just gonna look at which base exactly. Yeah, okay. The usual base. And then I'll answer more questions. Oops.
Beginning scan. Stranding bridges on contaminating suit. Press to
Took a little bit to slow down.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, the delivery's made.
The legend returns. How you doing, Sam? Ha! Made record time.
Okay, so why do people in the afterlife use flying cars when they can fly? I think for us, for beings like us, when we are so limited, you know, like right here on Earth, we cannot fly, we cannot teleport, we cannot do tons of things, and like, you know, we feel like, oh, this sucks, and you know, how life is and stuff. But then imagine when they can fly their whole life, and sometimes like you do so much that you get bored as can be, and like, oh look, flying car. What does that feel like? So a lot of people have much more fun using a flying car just because it's something new to try, something new to do, something new, like a feeling state and stuff, and you know, a good thing to do for them. So like, just because you have the power doesn't mean that you're always going to use that. Sometimes you just like want more variety in your life, you want something new, something better, and all that. You know, it's a good way to have fun. Same with consciousness, you know, like trying to be a good and decent person your whole life. Eventually, after billions of years, you get bored of that. And sometimes you're like, what's gonna happen if I kill someone? What's gonna happen if I'm gonna explode something? So all these interests in us, it affects our lifestyle, and beings who are there for a long time, who can fly, who can teleport, who can do so many things, I think they want to know what it's like using a flying car instead. And doesn't mean that they're gonna fly it all the time, but for a lot of time, like just to have that experience, sort of like, let's, you know, role play, and today I'm gonna fly a car, and tons of things, just like role playing and all.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Okay, so my quest today was like sort of get more connections in this like first beginning place, but now we can go to distribution center. Now like we're gonna go to Lake Knot City. It's good enough.
Okay, Sam. Close your eyes. Clear your
Exactly
thoughts
like a
and picture
that big
your
beard.
destination.
You're saying like, you know, you wish more people talked about their experiences because it helps trigger more memories of the past for me, for you. It's totally a thing. I was doing a soul contract session on myself today, and I was talking about like having or not making a variety of videos, like, you know, focusing on past lives and Ubis and like soul contracts mainly on this channel. And I'm like thinking like, you know, I should make different content, I should make something more and stuff. And I was like talking it up for myself and digging inwards. I was able to trigger quite a few past lives of why I have sort of limited, like, you know, channel like about certain topics and not using more of that. And when I hear other people talk, like it totally, like, you know, for me, I have this sort of weird sound memory. So when I hear people talk, when I hear music and stuff, it triggers a lot. And people can have a normal day conversation. I can go to like I can be at my parents' place, and they could be watching TV, and the scene I will see or something, like, you know, something I will hear, and bam, triggers my memory. And like day after day, I have like tons of passive memories triggered, and I like relive the whole experience of what happened. So when I can talk about Ubis and you can relate to it, and you can like sort of get the trigger of the past life, it's really good. Like we always have to find a source that helps us to remember more, to get better and stuff. And if for you it's listening to other people's out-of-body experiences, I think it's great. So yeah. There's some more figures over there. We've been finding more of these spawn monsters and stuff. Oh, and we got like more bikes. We have our trucks. We have these bots. It's pretty nice seeing all these figurines and stuff. Yay. Yeah, it feels like I'm making things up, huh? I guess it can seem that way. For me, like, it's different when I see it and I experience it and I come back and share it. But I totally believe, you know, like, for people, like, you know, hey, it's too simple to imagine all that. I respect that. So, what would be your solution for me? Like, you know, do you want me to talk about different kind of content, focus on different sort of things, and what exactly would sort of, for you, change that belief? Not like I'm trying to, like, you know, what I need to do to please you and all that. No, like, I'm interested in, like, how does your mind works? Like, what would be different in your world to change it up? You know, like, what should I, from your opinion, like, you know, say or focus on to make it, like, you know, oh, she's like, has more better content and stuff. Because I can relate to people, and I'm, like, I'm always, like, paying attention. Like, you know, market speaks, and, like, you have to listen to that. He wants. What does he want? Hi, acting. How are you doing? It's good to see you here. Imagine knowing all of your past lives. Oh, that's pretty fun. It's sort of like, you know, for me, when you get out of body, it's too easy to visit your other bodies that you've had in other realms and just sort of recall the memories and sort of tie it all up. Or going through life and focusing on, like, what's happening and how to get through stuff. So that's, like, pretty fun remembering it, but, like, everything, that'd be so great. That'd be really great. You don't want me to change? I don't have to, like, I'm being myself, but I'm interested in what people want. I'm interested in the way they see me, the way things would make it better. Like, you know, like, I'm always open for getting better, for suggestions and stuff, and, you know, whatever people want to focus on, it's good. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You want me to be more objective. I also, like, you know, the way you say it is cool, and I also have to digest it properly or understand you clearly on that so that we would have the same message and meaning on that. And I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Yeah, I guess that's true. Tomorrow we're gonna have some good content on soul contracts though. Like, I made an hour-long video, and I've did a session, like, live session of how I do these works and stuff, addressing, like, finding items, finding agreements, doing the whole relocation process step by step. So we're gonna have the whole how to do a session and hopefully it'll be fun. Or, like, hopefully it's gonna be useful, because, like, there's tons of things we can address in this life, and it can get much better. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tried waiting it out, but when I checked the time. I'm sorry. Should have come sooner. I got rain in my eyes. Just give me a minute.
Okay. So, do I do witchcraft, like, candle ritual work and other stuff, like with what supplies? To be honest, like, I haven't tried that. The only kind of thing that probably would be close in any kind of way is, like, meditation, but sort of like with a Hinduism element, because they have this sort of thing called murti. I'm not sure how to say it, but it's like M-U-R-T-I. And you basically have a picture of your god, whoever you believe in. And when I was like, when I was 14, I was like, looking for myself, like looking through all the religions and just looking for what would be right for me, like for what would work. And I would have like, a picture of a person, and then you have the candles for relaxation or whatever's good, whatever feels good. I'm looking if there's any main missions, and it's gonna look through the world. But for me, like, candles is more like, background thing to just chill out. I never really focus on something big, except like, for meditation, for this energy work and stuff. That's the only probably thing I used, but not too much. We need to go to the distribution center south of Lake Knox City, and also to the engineer and elder. Okay, so 3 of them have quests, so I can pick up things on the way. That's actually a good question. Like, I wonder, like, if other people have tried any kind of witchcraft, and if yes, what did you do? How did it go? But at the same time, like, I want to know, and at the same time, like, maybe I should be careful of asking that, because some people might try that, and without the right knowledge, or like, they can mess it up and get bad results. It's like people have to be careful with what they do. Wait, we're gonna take this to the elder. Can we take this as well? Probably. No, we cannot. Oh, wait, maybe? I guess. We'll see. We might need a PPC unit. I don't think we're gonna need more of that. Container spray, maybe. And shoes, of course. Let's take shoes. That's a lot of packages.
Order assigned.
Yeah, I like your take on it, James. Having no memory, like, what's the point of coming to Earth and stuff? But a lot of us get forced, like, against their own will. So that's also a thing. But I'm glad people are aware of it, people are talking about it, and that's really important. Just having the awareness alone is enough. That was close. I almost crashed it. Hey, look! This one is from Horizon Zero Dawn. It's pretty neat.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Delivering cargo.
There's a thing about like incarnating on Earth, and most people do it on their own free will, and we know about the rules and stuff. But a lot of times we get deceived, and they use technology and shove it us here. They drop us into wrong bodies. Sometimes they can freeze souls and like even like gather up like hundreds or thousands of souls, put them all in one, and explode it. So what happens? All of the souls who come together, they have different opinions, they have different sort of thinking, they have like all of that, you know, different stuff going on, and now they're getting mashed to one. And there's thousands or millions of beings talking at the same time, thinking it's one, but it's not, and everyone's just chit chat like an entity bag, and then explodes, and the consciousness, the soul, like, you know, splits. But now what was once one, you separate, like you get mashed up, and now it's a mix of you and someone else together at the same time. It's like it gets pretty much bad. Hi Eddie, thanks for tuning in. I guess we'll have like, you know, a question of like how do spirits sleep and dream and stuff. It will depend on the realm and the civilizations and what kind of beings they are. Some people, like you've mentioned, they can see a picture. Some people can hear only audio, like it's an audio message, and when they sleep only they get it and like they wake up with more information. Sometimes it's like a Skype chat, or like, you know, you can log in to talk with someone else. Wait, I'm gonna check if they have any more packages going on my way. And it's like very variety of how you can connect, but you can literally get like, you know, a calling from someone and connect them. This is too much. We won't be able to carry that. Is this on the Elder's Way? No, I'm gonna go around. It's not gonna take it. Maybe we can use the bots to drop it off. Bot could go there. That'll be enough.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
No, like, they're not forcing people that much to reincarnate. Well, they do, but if you're aware of what you're doing, you have all the power to fight back and not get here. What they're trying to do is like look for souls who don't have that much awareness and try to get them interested, like try to make them like think that, oh, it's a good idea, they should do it, and then you know, deceiving us or different things, like different ways they can interact with us. I'm like looking at ways maybe we should take the highway. Probably should be better. How far is it? It's far enough. I'm gonna go through the dark land. Yeah, I was like, you know, coming back to the subject I was talking about, like, you know, regarding them forcing us to incarnate here. Reincarnation is like basically white light, making us meet our like relatives that will seem like, you know, oh, this year, like they love me and they wanted me to be here and all this stuff, and showing us our, you know, like mistakes from the past and stuff. Like, you know, in the purgatory you see all the bad stuff instead of all the good. So that's one of their ways of them deceiving us. But it's just like reincarnation, but it's a minor thing. It's you can easily break out from that, like no holds back. Unless you have no awareness and you know you don't believe in your power and stuff, that can happen. But a lot of times, when you're out there, when you're far away from here in the motor, like 4D and stuff, they can try to mess with you out there. Not necessarily. That was so close. Oh no! Oh my god, please go. Okay. This is why people don't drive and talk on the phone. That was so bad. For a moment there. Gosh. But I feel like, you know, coming back to my topic, drive and talk, is horrible. People might get messed with the very first few times, but on a minor level. And am I going the right way? I'm gonna go. Let's see where this bike is capable of. We'll see if it's a disaster or not. There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, we did it. Good enough. See that? Keep can go.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Decontaminating soon. All clear. Welcome. Scan border bridges.
Okay. I'll scroll up the chat and see what people were talking about. My perspective on Michael Rodriguez saying Ubis have an only in their mind, I would not agree that, because mind exists only here on the physical. When you get out, it's really quiet over here. There is nothing limiting you. And I'm so confident about it because I had a near-death experience. And when I had it, and when I, like, you know, not only near-death, I was, like, you know, dropped dead for a few minutes and, like, they revived me and stuff. That happening makes me, like, you know, the experience I've had, being in a complete void. Like, having the feeling, like, you know, complete void around me, and there's nothing bad, there's no thoughts, it's, like, super clear, just you and your feelings, and no thoughts, nothing else. And it's complete freedom, and it feels so good. Like, the darkness is, like, so relaxing, and no thoughts pop up, no case, nothing from this life. And the mind is the thing that keeps you here. It's a trap. If you can break out from it, if you can, like, have a quiet mind, you know, it's a whole different thing. And I would not agree with him. I would not agree with him that, like, it's only in our mind. Because I've met beings in the multiverse who don't have the mind, and they can still get out of body.
Good work.
So,
New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
okay. Wear station. Fragile cargo. Okay. We might need these now. I think I have a pair of boots, but just in case.
Order assigned. Keep on keeping us. Have a pleasant journey.
Okay. So we're just looking at ways to pass. We need a bridge. We need a highway there. There's more stuff. The world here is so huge. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna turn there, I believe.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Let's see. Yeah, we need to cross this. Probably shouldn't have crossed it, but it's okay. We'll find a way. It's gonna be red. I don't think we can ride through that. I'm gonna risk it, probably. I don't think it's a good idea. Do they have a bridge over there? I'll use legs.
Okay.
Doesn't reach. Okay, that idea wasn't the best. Well, maybe this is close enough. This is really bad. This is not even equal. Can we dismantle it? Let's see. Okay, I thought we were gonna get the bag, but we didn't. Last time I tried to take it out and get it, it worked. Just mess it up. Yeah, I like what Neocron is saying. Seeing is not the only way to perceive reality. There are tons of ways to do it, like with just sounds, perceptions, and stuff. So, visual, like, you know, is just one of these applications for the physical and some other realms, but it's not always the main thing. There are like tons of cases where you have it all, but just not the visual stuff. I'll actually, like, I don't know, I think it will be pretty easy enough to meet some people who passed away, for example, from Earth, who are blind, and just ask them, like, you know, do you see and stuff? Like, I haven't, like, walked them in person, like, asked, like, hey, do you dream and do you see stuff? That's interesting. Like, I've had plenty of Ubis where there are no visuals. You know, you just, like, see, perceive, sort of, it's like in this game, or, like, I don't know, a movie called, like, Daredevil, for example. He couldn't see, but he could perceive all the surroundings with sort of, like, these dots and stuff. That I've had experiences like that. That was fun. On the other hand, how come blind people can draw so good? It's not like they can see stuff, but have you ever seen blind people drawing and painting? I guess some of those BTs here. This is not good. I didn't have much stuff on my back. What was my near-death experience? I was just a complete void. I literally got out, nothing around me, complete void, darkness, but calm, relaxing, and like I had no thoughts, but just the knowingness, and it felt really good. Like, you know, people are like afraid of to be in the void, like, you know, oh, don't go into the light, and then what? Like it's just dark, and you're not gonna have anything. For me, like, it was so calming and soothing for some reason. I don't know, but like I really liked it. It was just like really peaceful. Oops. Oopsie. Focus, focus. There we go. We got it. What if episode am I on? I'm on the third one. I'm still like in the very beginning. I'm trying not to advance into the story too much because like I enjoy just traveling and exploring. But right now I'm like doing one of the main missions, so we might go forward. Can I see entities around people when I'm giving the sessions through a camera? Not really, as I see them in person. Through the cameras, like, you know, it's like there's a thing guarding them, so... in person it works, but I've had sessions where entities will wildly crazy, where stuff was flying around, so yeah, that one would be a thing. But I see entities in person around people, but like... Where's the map? Here it is. If that's what you're talking about.
All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified.
Yeah, stuff flying around, walking next to people, being attached to them, feeding off on them, like tons of things.
Delivering cargo.
At first, yeah, like at first, like, you know, you can see beings flying and all, and that's like, no, oh shit.
The cage you brought is going to save a lot of lives. Let me do a quick inspection.
Staying quiet while the game works.
Oh,
Out of team.
wonderful. It's in perfect condition. Thank you.
I feel like for me, like about the entities, like seeing them, at first it was sort of, in my childhood, I was able to see, like, you know, fake angels and other beings, and that was like sort of interesting. It wasn't scary, but the more sort of like growing up, like my first out-of-body experience when I was just a kid, it would just scare the hell out of me, and it would be a thing. Now, lately, as I'm getting more understanding, and with Ubis I've had and all the creatures I've seen, and it scared me in my Ubis that right now it's like, you know, wow, it's not that bad. So you have variety, but sometimes yeah, some creepos pop up and like, oh, like kind of ugly and stuff. But that happens. Is Rich my uncle? No, with my teacher. Like I found him on YouTube. I talked to him a little bit. He got me a boot camp, Ubi boot camp for free. So I was like learning from him. Like feeling the wind come through the window and it's not open, so that's not good. It's winter season. I'm gonna get cold, or I'm not alone. But he's trying to establish. That's a big map. There's a lot of places to go to. Car applause. This is pretty neat. Is it colder? About 30 degrees of Fahrenheit, or closer to, like, you know, 1 to Celsius. Safe house. Wow, weather forecast. Alright, I'm gonna like Google. Okay, it's actually -4 right now, so we can like see Celsius to Fahrenheit. That'll be interesting. Okay, it's 24 Fahrenheit over here, so it's not that bad. Oh, that's cold enough. Oh, okay, yeah, might be cold enough. Rich is from US. Yeah, Rich is like American. He has native Indian blood, and he's growing in American, like born and raised there, and like lived their whole life here.
Unfortunately, we lost contact with our weather satellites a while back. Interference from chiral clouds. So it's been tough to measure chiralium levels and predict timefall. But thanks to
Yeah,
you,
Rich and I, we've met in past lives a lot. We had some past lives where we were like together as a couple. We were like, you know, friends, teacher and stuff, and like he was my father and stuff. I literally had an out of body experience where I was a child of Rich and someone else who was an out of body as well. Like out of body traveler. So they had like a relationship and they had a baby, and I was the baby. And I'm born like, what the hell? You know, like, I know you. So that's like interesting stories and stuff.
There's
But
a significant impact on
yeah.
Cairelian levels, and measuring that impact is one of the Cupid's primary functions. The more we know, the more accurately we can determine where to expect timefall and when. Without the chiral network, we'd be left guessing. Oh, and thanks to your latest accomplishment,
I'll ask you questions,
you can
Sam,
now
because
review
we
the weather
finish
forecast
listening to this.
via your cufflinks. Check your map. You'll see. Ought to come in handy when you're planning routes. I'll keep an eye on the chiral density from right here in my lab. It's not too far from South Knot City. Keep processing those orders and you'll put that region on the grid soon enough. Good luck, Sam.
Good work, Sam. That's one more site on the grid. Keep it up and we'll be finished before you know it. The weather station's forecast should be visible to everyone on the chiral network now, yourself included. You can access them via your cufflinks. Could be useful when plotting your routes.
Good work. New order available.
Alright,
Please
yeah.
access delivery
So,
terminal for
did
further
I ever
information.
do a reading, or like do I ever do a reading to see that was my past life friend? Not really. For me, when I come to people and have a contact with them, I sort of like get a feel of, you know, relativity, like, you know, you just feel it, like that's my person, like, you know, I have a connection with them. Like you might have, it might be the first time seeing that person on Earth, but you have like very strong connection and it feels pretty good, like, you know, just like that's the person that, and then as you talk you can, like, you know, during the conversation you tap into the past life memories of what you did know, and that comes. Okay, we have time for shelter. This is pretty good. Peace level 2, we can probably build more stuff.
Congratulations, Sam. Your PCC's leveled up, so to speak. It now has the capacity to produce more complex structures. I'll let Mama fill you in on the details.
Okay.
Sam, I've added a safe house schematic to your PCC. It's a fairly large structure, so it'll take a lot of time and materials to build. But once complete, it's pretty much identical to a private room. Give it a shot.
Okay, and what else do we have?
A floating
carrier.
carrier is a kind of tractor car. Chiral crystals keep it suspended in midair, allowing it to move unimpeded over rough terrain. You can load one up with cargo and tow it to your destination with minimal effort. If one's not enough for your needs, you can hook it up to another and take two. Just keep in mind that carriers require a steady supply of chiral crystals to operate. Make sure you have enough to get where you need to go.
I'm looking for all this stuff. Make delivery. Yeah, we can deliver more stuff. Okay, so if you drop dead and someone tries to revive you, can you avoid coming back? Yes, but it also like depends on the situations. Like sometimes, because of the gravity and because of the Earth's rules, it just limits us and pulls us back like really tight. And his body, for people who are not used to getting out of body, I think like this like consciousness hangs on really tight. Which is like when you try to pull someone out of body for the first time, the consciousness like it feels like the body's gonna die. It's just scared as can be, which is why some people get like super fast heartbeat, or these sort of vibrations, jet sounds, like it's super loud and all. So a lot happens, and depends. I'm looking through. It's probably not a good idea to let people let bots go from here. Standard orders and orders for Sam. Even further. Okay, construct a safe house. We can do that. And later. I think like it's like a 50-50 chance. If you can get far away from here before your body's revived, you have a chance of like being out. Like they're trying to revive, like nothing's happening. Is rich the other can too? Sometimes I wish my English was better because I don't know what that word means. I'll have to look it up. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay, so like the Earth can like are subcultural who socially and spiritually identify as not entirely human. Yeah, well, if that'd be the thing, then yeah, Richard's like not identifying himself as a human. He's more of a calling himself a time traveler, and in the multiverse and out of body experiences he had, like he's more of a time traveler, and but he's been on Earth a few times. He's like reincarnating us. Got stuck here as well. Wait, do I have a? So I can build over there. Okay. We're all dying. That's true. Slowly and steadily.
All right, you've made it. Let's get that safe house built.
You good to
Safe
go,
house.
Sam? First, equip your PCC and select Safe House. Sam, you'll want to get those materials over to the safe house sooner rather than later.
That's a lot of materials. No. I can so relate with you, Epic Bird. I mean, like, too. First time being a human, and probably the last. I don't want to come back or anything. There's this feline thing kind of popular, like closer to cat-looking beings, and it's like related to movies with for a jumper, I guess. I believe it's called a jumper, but a person had the ability to jump and teleport a lot. So felines, they can do that, like teleport from place to place and go onto spaceships, planets, realms. It happens a lot, and I've had one of those, like a few of those experiences. Going to spaceships and traveling and like being a spy and all that. Carbon craft. My physical body is like 22. My soul, my consciousness, like I don't know, like super old, I guess. Well, good. Good. Young is good. That's pretty neat. 23, huh? Yeah, it's been kind of hard. John, tomorrow I'm uploading this Soul Contract video. I think you will like it, or it's a long one, so it's about an hour long, but I do the whole demo of how I find an item to address and like all the agreements and how I go through the revocation, like it's all in detail. Hopefully you can use that and go through your agreement list and revoke it all, or what you found. Hopefully it's gonna be useful for you.
I'm not just talking about the porters who'll use it as a stopover on the way to the weather station, but the people they help and the people they help. We're all connected to someone else, Sam. But you'll have the honor of being the first.
I can relate to you, James.
Rest there.
Your work is great.
Liberian Spirit Companion. Sounds pretty fun. $44. Like it's pretty good still. Of course, easier for me to say I'm 22, you know? I don't feel the way you do.
Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
As long as you're happy and passionate about stuff, it's good. Wow, Neochrome. This is an interesting experience. It's a really interesting experience, but it happens a lot to people. Like I've had quite a few experiences where literally like a person can be like, you know, I hate, like, not necessarily me, but some people like don't like drinking water. They really don't like that. And you know, like, why is that? Like, you know, is it the taste and stuff? Like, no, not the taste, not like, you know, that they have to drink it, they just don't like it. And I was like giving them some past life regression sessions. Poor thing, he needs a shower and stuff, I believe. Or he wants food. I guess he doesn't eat much. So I was talking about, like, you know, people don't like water and stuff, and I've given them like past life regression sessions where they were remembering that they were in the sea and they got kicked out of the ship and they like drowned, like, you know, drowning like with water in your mouth, like salt and stuff, and like they hate water. And then they're like another past life where they're like running in the forest and just trying to get away from the people like chasing him, and he's super thirsty, so he drinks from the river, and the river is of course like sort of with all the bacteria and stuff, it like gets his body toxified, and like, you know, he dies after 2 weeks of suffering and stuff. And a lot of these sort of experiences. And for me, like, I had a similar one with spiders. Like as a child, I loved everything. I could pick up spiders and play with them, and like, you know, all the frogs and like little anything. Like I would love every single creature. And at some point, the spider climbed on me in a way that triggered my past life where I was being attacked and eaten and like, you know, like poisoned like tons and tons of times. And it causes like huge fear that like right now I have the arachnophobia. So like I really have a hard time handling these spiders. And up to now, like I didn't have a priority to address that sort of thing. Like, you know, oh yeah, it's an issue. Like I don't see them often, clean up and stuff. So it's like it's not a thing. But for example, I've been to America twice, where they have tons of spiders there. It was like really scary. I was like literally like, I was at a church place once, and it was like, you know, evening, probably like 10 p.m. or so, like maybe later. And I was like working on a PC in the dark, and I was like translating anime. And I was like, as I'm like translating, the sort of spider like lands right in front of my face in the dark, and I see that, like, scared the hell out of me. Like I run out of the room. I was like so scared, my whole body was shaking and stuff. But not because it's a small little thing as like creeps me out, but like the past lives, the triggers, the pain. For me, it's like, you know, just repetitive and like just scare the hell out of me. Like I cannot handle spiders. Like I really hate them. I not hate them. Like I'm afraid of this incident and traumatic stuff. So yeah, I keep my distance. But it's a thing. You want some more? Okay, let's go. Exactly, yeah, like, you know, I've had more traumatic experiences with spiders than with Archons, and that's the funny part. Hello. What? I wonder, like, why does he get these sort of hallucinations or whatever it might be? Yeah, that's close. Same here, like in Lithuania, I'm so glad over here they're not that big and fluffy and like all like creepy and stuff. It's more like, you know, either small or like long legs with small body, but like it's not that bad. I should, like, you know, I should try doing like more of these life past regression sessions. For example, Rich can give me a past life regression session, and I can just like demonstrate how I recall things, and maybe go to this like sort of Spire incident or something else. I've been going through like different things, relationship-wise, like handling people, and like, you know, dealing with life and my fears and other beliefs and stuff. That kind of helped. Funny enough, you know, Spider-Man is more of a humanoid, except he has those like spider abilities. So that's like fine. Like I might not, but damn, I'm thinking if I can pull it up. We'll see. Let's see. Something big I want to show off, right? Really important. I had my phone like break, so I changed it and all the photos were gone, but luckily I've sent some of them to other people, so I'm like digging up through Facebook and stuff. Almost there. Jeez. Should be 21st, or there we go. Almost. There we go. Not sure how well you'll see it, but I had a photo with a Comic-Con. Maybe I can thing out. Maybe it's gonna be more visible that way. Oh shit. But you know, yeah. I was at Comic-Con, and some cosplayer was doing Spider-Man, so I thought it was gonna be pretty cool. Everyone tries to kill you in Australia, huh? Yeah, it's a thing. I've heard they had the spider rain. That was like super scary thing. Okay, do you have any recommendations how to not get pulled back into the body too quickly during an out-of-body experience? If it was dreams and stuff, I would say spinning, but that's not gonna work in movies. You can literally like place some of the beings out there, or ask, you know, some beings that you can trust to be there for you, and whenever you have to sort of, you're being pulled back into the body, tell them to grab you and pull you back and get you like further away and keep you there. Another thing is like creating a portal. So as you're being pulled back, create a portal behind you. It's gonna teleport you somewhere really far away from there, like far away from your body, like somewhere where you can like stay out. That's one of the ways. Another thing, like raising your vibration and focusing like on details right now, even if you're being pulled, like just focusing every single detail on like, your hands and everything else around you, sort of makes you focus here and keeps you like from staying, because you're like clinging onto that stuff more. So these are really like a few simple ways. Also, if you haven't done that, or maybe you're doing it, but like a dream journal, just writing down all of your memories and stuff from your dreams, movies and stuff. It sort of prolongs, makes you more awake and conscious for a longer time, so that's a good thing. Dietary is a thing, but not that much. Can I say hi on Facebook? Yeah, you told me you wrote to me, so give me a moment. I'll find your message. Should be in your request, right? Or do I have you in my friend list or stuff? I'm looking through all these people. Yeah, like, give me a sec. Maybe I can sit here. It's not popping up yet, so let me see. Like, I'm going to the laptop. We'll see if you pop up there. Request. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, got it. Just a second. Hi. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I wrote back to you. Oh shit. Do I still use Discord? Sometimes, like right now, I'm mainly giving all the priority to YouTube and emails. Some people write to me on Skype and stuff, and yeah, I should get back to Discord more often. Like, I go there, like I check it daily, but I don't get back to everyone there yet. So still something I need to work on. Yeah, sure thing. Like, I would be really glad if some people would be interested in helping, because, like, with my priorities, I don't give enough attention to keep things stable on all the platforms. So if you want to be a mod in my Discord, I would be really happy. You adding bots and stuff and, like, being in more control, I would really appreciate the help. I have, like, some emails where people, like, write 20, 30 questions in an email, and then I'm like, that's awesome, I'm gonna use that, and then I want to look at the email and be in the mood, and then like either write back or like every question is a great content for YouTube, so I want to talk about it, and I end up getting so many emails that I eventually don't get back to people. So like I'll have to like sit down and like give it more priority than time, but I've done a pretty good job today, and lately I'm like getting back to people, so yeah. Epic Bear, thanks for joining with the Discord. I appreciate it.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome.
Okay, so I guess we can continue on the missions. Okay, you people decide. Should we continue on the main mission and go to that, like, to the Timefall farm? Oh my, it sounds horrible. Or should we do side quests and go back to that other territory? What do you want? Sure thing, yeah, like, I'll probably like make a mod tomorrow morning when I wake up, cause like it's almost 3 a.m. here. I get lost in time. I'll have to go to bed soon. Mission. Okay, let's take a main mission. But yeah, like after this one, when I deliver a package, I'll probably go to bed and wrap it up. And since like 3 a.m. I'll have to give more sessions tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Climbing anchors, PPC units. I still have 2, I guess, so that's good enough. More boots. Have power skeleton. I think that's enough. To Florida, alright, let's go there. Pretty much, yeah. Like it's my free time, so for that I can either like chill and go to sleep early, or just like go and play games and do stuff.
Hate to see you go, but I know you've got places to be. Weapons restrictions.
We could use the motorcycle here, I believe, but at the same time, it seems risky. Safe house level 1, and what was gonna happen at level 2 or
Predicting
bigger?
the weather is akin to predicting the future. Some animals have a kind of sixth sense that helps them to avoid danger, but we have something
What's
far
that?
better. The ability to gather data and act accordingly.
We need to go there sometime.
Only humans possess this power to plan ahead. We have the capacity to live each day imagining what tomorrow will be like. And our imagination once gave rise to a rich, vibrant culture. But somewhere along the line, we lost sight of tomorrow. We reduced ourselves to animals, focused only on the here and now.
What is this, Secretary talking to us? Here and now, you hear that, people? I'm gonna slow down and enjoy the music. I really appreciate this game, like right now, this moment, when the music hits. It's really nice. Yeah, the scenery is great. I think we'll be able to climb those mountains as well. How do I do it? Does anyone else listen to low roar music? I listened to them before this game came out and really enjoyed it, and now I'm like loving it even more because now I have more memories with this sort of music. appreciate Grin. Just Grin, like, Rich and I, we really appreciate people, like, being here for us and just supporting us and talking to us. Because lately it seemed like, you know, YouTube is censoring a lot of people, West Banner is leaving YouTube and all that stuff happening. Like, Rich and I will be focusing on taking out our software videos, like, at least downloading, keeping it safe. And then moving to bitch it and stuff, but, like, we're focusing here as well. We want to make more various content, not just, like, about spiritual stuff, but, like, focus on a lot of things. And hearing your opinion about what you are interested in, what you would like to see and stuff, it's really important to us, and I appreciate sharing that. Hi JB, it's good to see you here. What is this? Oh, it's a watchtower, right. Okay. A lot of people are leaving YouTube because of the recent terms of change. There's this COPPA thing. YouTube is gonna focus a lot on about like kids and like, you know, like they can fine you for having different content. Like if you are in the wrong category, you can have your content for kids, or like more like you make content for kids, but by the rules they don't think it's for kids, and then they fine you like, oh, here's $40,002, you have to pay us up, and you find, or your YouTube channel can get deleted because of that. So it has to more concerned with like channels that has to do with kids content, but at the same time, another thing is commercial viability, and now YouTube has announced it. Like if your content on YouTube, if your channel is not making them money, oh, they have like lots of bases there. Oh shit. So if your YouTube channel is not making them money and you're not good enough, for example, I talk about Ubis and stuff. But on my Ubi videos, they cannot sell anything except like for maybe lucid, you know, vitamins and stuff. Maybe that because they talk about diet and stuff. So because of that, you know, they can easily take out, you know, like your videos, or like, you know, they cannot monetize your channel or make much money from you. So you have no use. Like, oh, you're useless. Get out. And they don't want you there. So it's like one of the reasons, I guess. I mean, like, there's probably tons. We need to go there. Oh my god. So we have one of them coming up for us. Here they come. Right now, like, I'm sort of working through it, because I'm making a lot of content about, like, spiritual stuff, like past life series and stuff, but just me playing a game, I think it gives me an advantage, because they can do commercials on here, like, oh, like, buy more games, buy this console, buy that stuff, and that's sort of like a thumbs up for me, so maybe that can help, but I really have no idea. Hello. What are you doing, buds? Oh shit. Ow. There's two of them. And more. Okay, what we're gonna do is run! Free. Oh shit. I need a blood bag. I don't know if I have one. Can I get in the car? Wait. Come on, yes! Get out of here! Gangsta Street, motherfucker. Choo choo! How did he not drop? Okay. Bad idea. Hello. How many of them are there? Oh my god. I just threw that package. Anyone else? Yeah, I believe so. Okay, where's my stuff? That's what pretty much happens to newbies when Archons attack and like, let's mess with them. Next thing they know. So I have ceramics. It's fine, I guess. Hello. I missed it. Yeah, I need a gun. Okay. I guess we cleared it. Did we? There's some resins out there and bowler gun ladder. I'm gonna take that. Useful. Wait, there it is. Pick it up. What else do we need? Oh, our mission's over there. Okay. So we need to get back. There's just a lot of stuff that we can take, and I'm like, do I have enough weight there? Well, these guys ruin my music time. Actually, we have a car. Can I feel digital energy? I would say like 50-50. Maybe I'm like thinking like, you know, just connecting with you like right now, talking to you all is pretty much working enough. Let's see. What else? There's like more than one base, I guess. There's one here. Maybe that's enough. Okay, I guess this will be enough. We don't want to overload the vehicle. Oopsie.
Beginning scan. Scan bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons sequenced until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Yeah, it is. This truck is pretty useful. Wish we could keep that.
Bridges has always been so good to us. Amelie was a dear friend in the early days. She saw the value in what we were doing and led the effort to get our farm up and running. We've been waiting a long time to join the chiral network.
Let's have a look at that wheat you brought, shall we?
Well, I'll be. Did you really bring us this much? How on earth did you manage? Oh, bless you.
Why don't have boyfriend or stuff? PF? I don't know. I guess different priorities in life. If that's what you meant, but a lot of stuff got destroyed. No, it's not good. But bot, that was bot. Okay, so bot had a long, hard journey.
By the way, you wouldn't happen to know Fragile, would you? If you see her, pass along a message for us. Tell her, thanks for saving our hides. If she hadn't stepped up, South knows
Yeah,
on our farm.
married me having a husband, not a boyfriend, I guess.
She's a hero.
I'm very choosy.
And you can tell her I said so. All right, the network. Think you can get us online?
Alright, we got more stuff connected. That's good.
So, Sam, you've been run down by mules after they pinged your cargo, right? Well, to help prevent that from happening again, we've upgraded your own cargo scanner.
That's pretty
you're
cool.
about to get pinged. If you time it right, you can return the favor and cancel out their pulse with your own. They'll be none the wiser, and you can carry on without worry. Timing is everything, though.
That's pretty neat. Hello. Finally, we have a girl here.
Really using timefall to our advantage. Our farm.
Because all this time we had only, like, you know, old
Truth be told, we've got some
people
test
and
fields
tons of
left.
guys.
Without the ability to predict timefall, the results have been less than stellar. The timefall around here was fairly regular, so we had a reasonable idea of when to plant and when to harvest.
I'm taken. There's a
But then the
there's a
terrorists
few
went
people
through
wanting to be with me and stuff, but
black.
pretty much taken.
Dead, too many craters. Weather became impossible to predict. The network's forecast ought to help us get back on track, thank goodness. If all goes to plan, we'll be able to expand our operation and use timefall to cultivate whole swaths of land. We'll continue our genetic research too, of course, and see if we can't find a way to help develop a sustainable ecosystem. Hell, maybe we'll even stumble into some answers about the timefall while we're at it. We got our work cut out for us, but I'm up for the challenge. Thanks again, Sam. You've given us hope for a better tomorrow.
That's the way, Sam. Halfway there. You can do it. Huh? Well, would you look at that? You've only just brought the Timefall farm into the network and already...
Yeah, I am.
May as well make use of the return trip.
Good work. New order
Right, so
available. Please access
what's
the
down there?
for further information.
No. Okay. Exploration time. So I'll try to get all of the packages from here and carry to the base. Let's see what happens. Can I take more? Yeah, can I take more? Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait. Mostly enough. Okay, this is good enough, and this one's well.
Delivering cargo.
Lost cargo underwear. Who lost it?
The Great Deliverer does it again. Much obliged.
On the rubble. Okay.
Thank you for your
Collectibles.
contribution.
So now we need to go to the safe place and also save the game. Like it's 3 a.m. so I need to get some rest and also need to get one person out of body today. Just pull them out. So that'll be a thing.
Weather forecasts can now be viewed via your cufflinks. Should come in handy when you're on the road.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it's on the left. There it is. Thanks. No, I can't take my vehicle. Shit. Okay. Is it blocking the way? Yeah, it's blocking the way. No. Alright. That's good enough for today. I was streaming for 3 hours. Wow. It's been a long time. I didn't even notice. Where am I from? I'm from Lithuania. It's not too far from Scandinavia. And Norway, you were saying. Alright, so I'll be saving the game and tuning out. It's been a long game, but I love it. So yeah, again, thank you everyone for being here with me, chatting it up, watching the game and stuff. Really appreciate it. It was fun. And we'll see if I stream tomorrow. Right now I have like lots of sessions to give and work and stuff, but I would love to get some time and stream more. Yeah, thank you. You too. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care of yourself and do well. And look forward to my tomorrow's video. It's gonna come up. It's gonna be pretty good. I hope. So yeah, thanks for watching and tune in next time. Bye.